Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags, and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
And good morning, everyone. It's June 5th, 2018. I'm Eric. I'm here at Stop Spraying California. Spraying biological and chemical agents on citizens is illegal. Some time ago, I did a video about dried blood cells being found in collection samples from chemtrails. And we haven't heard a whole lot about it since then. Matter of fact, we haven't heard anything about it since then, or any tests done on samples taken after geoengineering has occurred. So, desiccated human red blood cells and chemtrails. Why would they be using red blood cells inside or in the chemical mixture of chemtrails? Could it be a mechanism to see if the blood cells would survive the fall from the high altitude down to the ground? And if it is a test to see if that is the case, what could they insert within these desiccated human blood cells? Could they possibly put a deadly pathogen inside of these blood cells? I'm thinking probably so. So, biological components have been reported in airborne samples that include modified molds, desiccated red blood cells, and exotic strains of bacteria. See, this isn't just about blocking the sun out. It's pretty terrifying to imagine that foreign blood cells that have been freeze-dried are falling from the sky only to be swallowed or inhaled by unsuspecting citizens. But there is indeed evidence by researchers of chemtrails to suggest that this is indeed happening globally. Mechanisms of, what is that? Hemoglobin induced cellular injury in desiccated red blood cells. Department of Laboratory Medicine and Pathology, University of Alberta, Edmonton, AB, Canada. The current practice of red blood cell banking for transfusion medicine relies primarily on 6-week liquid storage. A growing demand for red blood cell products has prompted the search for alternative preservation methods, including dry storage. We present a new mechanism we present a new mechanistic understanding of desiccation-induced cellular injury that is correlated to the oxidative state of the hemoglobin. We demonstrate that water loss induces a drastic increase in the rate of hemoglobin oxidation, formation of intracellular reactive oxygen species, and cellular depth. So, they needed to find new methods of storing blood cells, because they only have a 6-week shelf life in the liquid storage, and they are fooling around with using dried blood cells or drying them out. But why are they in the chemtrails? That's what I want to know. And that's just the abstract of a paper done at the Department of Laboratory Medicine and Psychology, or Pathology rather, University of Alberta. Just a paragraph. Here's short-term effects of chemtrails. Allergies. And God knows I have really bad allergies. Constantly, my nose is constantly running. And no over-the-counter allergy meds take away the runny nose. Now, there are things I can take, but they're not over-the-counter, and getting a doctor to prescribe what dries my nose out is a pain in the ass. So, anxiety, asthma, brain fog, breathing difficulties, unexplained, chronic sore or raspy throat, dizziness, eye and skin irritation, flatulence or gas, flu-like symptoms, headaches, itching, and these are itching is unexplained, nausea and vomiting, nosebleeds, that too is unexplained, panic attacks, persistent coughing, respiratory problems, stomach aches, suicidal thoughts, tinnitus, and many other symptoms. Long-term effects: acid reflux, ADHD, allergies, Alzheimer's, aluminum buildup in the pineal gland, asthma, autism, evidence links autism to mercury, autoimmune diseases, blood in the urine, borderline personality disorder, cancer, linked to many types of cancers, chronic fatigue, constipation, depression, easy bruising, eye problems, nearsightedness and farsightedness by altering the intracellular fluid, eye fluid, pressure, fibromyalgia, floaters in the eyes, gastritis, heart, arrhythmia, heart disease, high cholesterol, hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, irritable bowel syndrome, insomnia, learning disabilities, lung diseases, lupus, and that's some shit I can't pronounce, multiple sclerosis, oily skin, elevated DHT, Parkinson's disease, how do you say that? Rheumatoid arthritis, schizophrenia, short-term memory loss, sleeping disorders, spider veins, and again, tinnitus, white coating on the tongue, and many others. So they were caught using these red blood cells in the chemtrails. Now, this is just a theory. Just a theory. I could be wrong. But I think that they tested these blood cells to see if they would make it through the atmosphere and to the ground so that infectious diseases can be inserted into the dry blood cells. And as soon as these things are inhaled, the moisture from the nose, what is that nose tube called? I forget. But the nose tube that runs down into the throat, the moisture from it will then in turn activate the blood cell and get the disease multiplying and spreading through your body. And the same with exotic strains of bacteria. They can modify these bacteria to hold these infectious diseases and, again, have the person inhale or eat, because this shit is getting sprayed all over the place, and they get the fucking diseases spreading this way. Could that be why our population is set to be only 100 million in 2025? A reduction of 265 million people. Of course, some of those people will be a result of fleeing, but not all of them, not even close. So, anyway, I thought I would bring this back up again because we are getting sprayed constantly still, and God only knows if this is still going on with exotic bacterias, the modified molds, and the desiccated red blood cells. And there's other negative effects from including red blood cells in the chemtrails. And they are all health-related problems. Now, can any of you tell me with a straight face that there's no nefarious intentions behind inserting modified molds, red blood cells, and exotic strains of bacteria into the chemtrails? Well, I can tell you with a straight face that the intentions are very, very nefarious. It's alright. They're very, very nefarious and meant to make every one of us fucking sick. Anyway, thought I'd bring this back up. Hope all of you have a good day. Stay out of the fucking chemtrails. And remember, kill the state and live free. Or live.